University Challenge. Asking the questions, Jeremy Paxman.
Hello. Of the teams competing in this second-round match, one represents an institution making its debut in the competition, while the other is a frequent contender that's been series champions 4 times in the past. Both of them are chasing a place in the quarterfinals, and whichever of them wins tonight will take the 5th of the 8 available slots in that stage of the contest. The debutants from the University of Huddersfield beat the Open University by 145 to 125. Huddersfield managed to hold on to their lead until the final moments when their opponents drew level, but they were saved by knowing about things to do with the neck and the Gordon riots of 1780, and that put them back on top. With an average age of 40, let's meet the Huddersfield team again.
Hello, my name is Sean. I'm from Huddersfield and I'm studying for a PhD in history.
Hi, I'm Rebecca from Leeds and I'm studying for a PhD in chemistry.
Here's their captain.
Hi, I'm Andy, long-term Huddersfield resident, originally from Walsall in the West Midlands. I'm studying for a PhD in history.
Hi, I'm Aaron. I'm from Norwich in Norfolk and I study drama.
The team from Manchester University got off to a blistering start in their first-round match against Jesus College, Oxford, with a score in 3 figures, while Jesus languished on 15. They didn't have things all their own way, though, but a final starter question on saccharin put them on 185 points to 145. With an average age of 24, let's meet the Manchester team again.
Hi, I'm Jack. I'm from Cheshire and I'm studying for a PhD in maths.
Hi, I'm Melissa Johnson. I'm from Mpumalanga in South Africa and I'm studying economics.
And this is their captain.
Hello, I'm James Green. I'm from the Wirral and I'm doing a PhD in modernist literature.
Hi, I'm Adam Booth. I'm from Greenfield in West London and I'm studying physics.
You know the rules, so fingers on buzzers. Here's your first starter for 10. What 2-word term was popularised by the financier Bernard Baruch in a speech of 1947 to the South Carolina House of Representatives, describing the worsening relations between the United States...
Huddersfield Cook.
Cold War.
Cold War is correct. So you get the first set of bonuses, Huddersfield. They're on breeds of donkey. Firstly, for 5 points, which large breed of donkey shares its name with the Romance language? The animal is often depicted on car stickers, along with the red and yellow flag of the region from which it takes its name.
Red and yellow, Spain. Spanish?
No, it's the Catalan donkey. Secondly, a distinct breed of small albino donkey is named after Asinara, a small island northwest of the city of Sassari, on which larger Mediterranean island?
Sassari in Italy. Yeah, go for that, yeah. Sicily?
No, it's Sardinia. What recognised breed of donkey takes its name from the historical area that was the birthplace of Frédéric Mistral and Paul Cézanne?
Historical area. Provence. Yeah. Provence?
Correct. 10 points for this. I need a 4-letter term here. What is the only SI prefix to be given an abbreviation of 2 letters rather than 1?
Manchester Booth.
Kilo.
No, you lose 5 points. Its abbreviation spells a Welsh word meaning good, a Latin word meaning give, and a Russian word for yes.
Huddersfield Cook.
D. A.
No. It's DECA. DA is the symbol, of course.
Yeah.
But I need a 4-letter term, as I asked for. Right, another starter question. With his partner, Jouman Malouf, who opened the exhibition Spitzmaus Mummy in a Coffin and Other Treasures in Vienna in 2018? The person in question directed the films Rushmore and the Grand Budapest...
Manchester Green.
Wes Anderson.
Correct. Your bonuses are on overstatement. Quote, few new truths have ever won their way against the resistance of established ideas, save by being overstated. Which liberal philosopher wrote those words? Born in Riga, his family moved to the UK in 1920.
Latvian, yeah. Liberal philosopher. Sorry, pass.
That's Isaiah Berlin. The Scottish poet Don Patterson writes, overstate one thing, mute another. No one remembers the third rule of... Which 1996 novel?
So,
It's not Jeopardy.
I mean,
could be rules of attraction.
When was Fight Club written?
No.
Oh, no, that's not.
Oh, maybe, yeah, Fight Club?
Correct. In its earliest iteration in the novel, the third rule of Fight Club comprises 13 words with an extended conditional clause. Give the general sense of the rule.
Okay. Well, the first two are you didn't talk about Fight Club, so what's the third one?
I honestly can't remember. It's been years since I've seen the film now. Something about...
There's something to do with a guy called Paulson, but I don't know if
No,
it's
no,
like an
it's-
internet.
I think it's like once blood is spilled.
I just need the idea.
Once blood is spilled, the fight's over.
I don't think that's quite good enough. It's if someone yells stop, goes limp or taps out, the fight is over. So 10 points for this. The Orontes River flows north from Lebanon and reaches the sea near which city? Founded by a general of Alexander the Great, it was an early centre of Christian activity and in 1098 came under the rule of the Crusader, Prince Bohemond.
Manchester Booth.
Tyre?
No, I'm afraid that was just an interruption, so you're going to have to lose 5 points. Anyone like to buzz from Huddersfield?
Huddersfield Cook.
Sidon.
No, it's Antioch. Right, 10 points for this. My only two regrets in life are that I did not hang John Cahoon or shoot Henry Clay. These words are attributed to which president of the United States?
Manchester Green.
Hoover?
No, I'm afraid you lose 5 points. Born in 1767 to Ulster Scots parents, he led the US forces at New Orleans in 1815 before defeating John Quincy Adams in the presidential elections of 1828.
Huddersfield Cook.
Andrew Jackson.
Correct. You get a set of bonuses. Huddersfield on the British sculptor Rachel Whiteread, the first woman to win the Turner Prize. Whiteread is identified with which artistic group, known for its entrepreneurial spirit and use of shock tactics, especially in the 1990s? The group includes Tracy Emin and Damien Hirst.
Young British Artists, YBA. Yeah. YBA, Young British Artists.
Correct. In 1997, Whiteread represented Great Britain at which international art exhibition in Italy? It features numerous art forms and is held every 2 years.
Venice Biennale, isn't it? Yeah. Venice Biennale.
Correct. Which European capital is the location of Whiteread's Holocaust monument known as the Nameless Library?
Is that the one in Berlin? Berlin.
No, it's Vienna. Right, we're going to take a picture round. For your picture starter, you'll see a map with the location of a city indicated. 10 points if you can name the city.
Manchester Booth.
Cork.
Cork is correct, yes. Cork will host in 2020 the annual conference held as the main event of European Maritime Day, which takes place in May each year to raise the visibility of maritime affairs. For your bonuses, I simply want you to identify 3 more cities that have hosted this conference since its inception. Firstly, this city, which hosted the gathering in 2016.
Turku, something like that.
Sure it's not Helsinki?
It's not Helsinki. Helsinki's further towards Russia.
Okay, so we're saying Turku.
Say Tampere.
Nominate Booth.
Tampere?
No, it was Turku. Bad luck. Secondly, this port city, which hosted the conference in 2015.
Be Athens.
Yeah. No, it's probably what's the port of Athens? Piraeus, something like that.
What?
Which is the name of the city?
I thought it was Athens.
Go on, Athens.
Athens.
No, that's Piraeus. Piraeus is a separate city to Athens, and I did ask for a port city. Finally, this city, the 2010 host.
Santander, isn't it?
I think it might well be Santander.
Yeah.
Santander.
No, it's Dijon. 10 points for this. In mathematics and geography, what adjective is used as another name for an orthomorphic mapping? That is, one in which angles are preserved.
Manchester Rogers.
Conformal.
Correct. You get a set of bonuses on physics. Firstly, to single-digit precision, what is the heat capacity of 1 metric ton of water expressed in joules per Kelvin?
Metric ton, so 4,200 times. What is it? It's 1,000 kilograms. So
Joules per Kelvin and it's a ton of water.
yeah, so it's 1,000 kilograms of water. So it's 4.2 million. Yeah.
4.2 million.
That's correct. That's more accurate than you were asked for. In fact, we only needed 1 digit. To the same precision in joules, what is the energy equivalent of 1 metric ton of TNT?
No idea. Guess it's less. I think it's maybe a million.
A million?
No, it's 4 billion. And finally, so if its explosion energy were entirely converted to heat, what quantity of TNT in tons would be required to warm up 1 cubic kilometre of water by 1 degree?
A cubic kilometre would weigh...
What cubic kilometre would be?
I
That's
reckon
crazy.
that would be the
What's
same
the,
amount.
let me take
like-
the weight of TNT.
It's the weight of TNT,
It's
right?
a kilogram.
A kilogram? I don't know.
A kiloton.
1,000 tons.
1,000 tons, yeah.
No, it's 1 million tons. Right, 10 points for this. What positive human quality precedes of women and of strangers in the title of works...
Manchester Johnson.
Kindness.
Kindness is correct, yes. Your bonuses are on cities in Germany. In each case, name the city from the description. All 3 answers begin with the same letter. First, a major city of North Rhine-Westphalia, northeast of Cologne and Dusseldorf. It's the southern terminus of a canal linking the Ruhr area to the North Sea.
OK, Dortmund.
Dortmund is correct. Secondly, a former capital of the state of Hesse. As the location of the Institute for Heavy Ion Research, it gives its name to a transuranic element.
Darmstadt.
Darmstadt.
Correct. And finally, a city formerly known as the Florence on the Elbe for its Baroque and Rococo buildings built by rulers such as Augustus the Strong.
That's Dresden. Yeah, Dresden.
Dresden is correct. 10 points for this. What term for damaging information collected for the purpose of blackmailing a target is a portmanteau of the Russian words for compromising and material?
Manchester Green.
Compromat.
Compromat is correct. These bonuses are on orders of architecture. Which of the orders of classical architecture is characterised by fluted columns topped with capitals featuring scroll-like ornamentation?
Ionian, I think. Ionian?
I'll accept that. It's Ionic, yes. In the US Capitol building, columns of the Corinthian order are topped by sculpted ears of corn, in place of the leaves of which plant traditionally used in such columns?
It's like... Sorry, what did you say?
Yeah.
What's that?
Olive.
Oh, olive. No, it's sort of like... I can't really describe it. It sort of like floats out like that.
Like fig.
Oh,
No, I'm just going to say olive. Olive?
No, it's acanthus. Columns of the Britannic order feature depictions of which 2 beasts, also frequently appearing in heraldry?
Magog and...
No, heraldry.
Oh,
Sorry, what did you say?
So frequently appearing in heraldry, so like lions...
Lion and...
unicorn?
No.
That's not Britain.
Lions and dragons? Britannic? Like,
Lions and dragons.
No, it's the lion and the unicorn. Bad luck.
sorry.
10 points for this. In physics, the capital letters U and V are often used to designate what form of energy. It's if...
Manchester Rogers.
Potential energy.
Potential energy is correct, yes. You get a set of bonuses this time on planetary science. Which planet of the solar system bears unusual volcanic features known as arachnoids? They have a central structure surrounded by a network of fractures.
Mars has dormant volcanoes, isn't it? Like extinct volcanoes. Like,
Do any of the planets have active volcanoes?
I don't know.
Venus, I think.
Oh yeah.
Could
Oh
be
yeah.
Venus,
Probably.
Venus?
Venus is right. Often hundreds of kilometres across, simpler circular volcanic features on Venus share a name with what part of the sun?
That makes sense. Corona?
Correct. A lack of relatively small impact craters below 20 kilometres in diameter is attributed to what aspect of the planet?
Maybe closest to the sun.
No, it's not the closest to the sun, though.
Don't know.
I don't know.
Density? I don't know. I don't know. That's a wild one.
The density of the
Specifically what?
crust.
No, that's wrong. It's the density of the atmosphere. Right, we're going to take a music round now. For your music starter, you're going to hear an aria from an opera. For 10 points, please name its composer.
Huddersfield Cahill.
Verdi.
No, you can hear a little more, Manchester.
Manchester Johnson.
Bizet.
No, it's not. It's Rossini. So we're going to take the music bonuses in a moment or two. Here's 10 points for a starter question. Peddling Prosperity and The Conscience of a Liberal are among the works of which US economist? A regular columnist in the New York Times, he received...
Manchester Green.
Is it Paul Krugman?
It is Paul Krugman, yes. OK, that was Rossini's Barbara of Seville you heard a moment ago. It's believed to have been written in its entirety in under 3 weeks. Your music bonuses are 3 more classical works generally held to have been written in unusually short periods of time. I want you to name the composer of each. Firstly, the composer of this 1947 concert overture, believed to have been written in just a few days.
Could be like Bernstein, maybe, or something like that.
Yeah, it's a bit risky.
1947, so it doesn't sound too experimental, so I'm trying to think. I think that's a bit late. Is it Bernstein?
No, that's Shostakovich's Festive Overture. Secondly, the Austrian composer of this Mass, which apparently took him just under a week.
Could be like Haydn. I don't think it is. There's loads of Austrian composers. Is it Mozart?
No, that's Schubert. It's the Kyrie from his Mass in G major. And finally, the composer of this overture to an opera.
That might actually be Mozart. Is it Mozart?
It is Mozart. It's the overture for Don Giovanni, which it's believed was written the night before the opera's premiere. Right, 10 points for this. What two-word term did the critic Wayne C. Booth coin in the 1961 work The Rhetoric of Fiction to describe a storyteller such as those in Notes on a Scandal by Zoe Heller and Yann Martel's Life of Pi?
Manchester Green.
Unreliable narrator?
Correct. Here are your bonuses. They're on words that differ only by their first letter. I want you to give both words from the description. Firstly, the surname of the title character of a play by Federico Garcia Lorca and the location of Napoleon's first exile.
Elba
and...
Alba, maybe?
Could be, yeah. That makes sense.
Just guessing.
Elba and Alba?
It's Alba and Elba, yes. A cereal grain with the binomial Hordeum vulgare and a conference or discussion between enemies under a truce.
Barley and parley.
Correct. And finally, the primordial Greek god of the air and atmosphere and a rope or chain used to tie an animal to a fixed object.
Oh.
Uranus, though.
Sorry?
Wasn't that Uranus or Uranus, the original one? Or
The primordial god of the air and some kind of like rope thing.
It's different.
Tether? Tether and...
Yeah, that doesn't sound very Greek to me. I'm probably going to kick myself.
I think guess that.
Come on.
No pay and rope.
No, it's ether and tether.
Oh, sorry.
Right, 10 points for this. In physiology, the French-derived term saccade denotes rapid movement of what paired organ of the human body?
Huddersfield Cook.
Eyes.
Eyes is correct, yes. These bonuses are on nuclear physics. Firstly, occurring, for example, in Californium-252, what form of nuclear decay has the abbreviation SF?
Gamma or...
Gamma.
No, it's spontaneous fission. Resulting in the emission of an atomic electron, what form of decay has the abbreviation IC?
No, pass.
That's internal conversion. And finally, occurring in beryllium-7, what form of nuclear decay is abbreviated to the letters EC?
Electron capture.
Electron capture.
Correct. 10 points for this. Which French utopian socialist coined the term feminism in 1837?
Manchester Rogers.
Fourier?
Fourier is correct, yes. These bonuses are on single-span suspension bridges, Manchester. On its completion in 1964, the Verrazano Narrows Bridge became the world's longest single-span suspension bridge. In which major city is it located?
Okay, New York.
Correct. In 1981, a bridge over which estuary became the world's longest suspension bridge?
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, no, it could be Tagus. China. The Tagus is a massive one over... Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the Tagus?
No, it's the Humber. In the late 1990s, the Great Belt Bridge became the longest suspension bridge and is still the longest outside Japan and China. In which country is it?
US.
Yeah, you know, I think is that the one that goes to like New Orleans?
Yeah, there's a massive one in Florida.
Okay, but shall we just say the US then?
Yeah.
US.
No, it's in Denmark. 10 points for this. Which two major rivers give their names to the large language family whose members include Wolof, Fula, Yoruba and Swahili?
Manchester Rogers.
Niger, Congo?
Correct. Right, these bonuses are on artist colonies associated with open-air painting from the mid-19th century. Firstly, Stanhope Forbes was a leading member of which school based in a fishing village just west of Penzance?
Is it like St Ives or...
Probably, that's what it is.
St Ives?
No, it was at Newlyn. Rising in the Adirondack Mountains, which river gives its name to a school which included Thomas Cole and Asher Durand?
It's north of New York.
So it's not...
Hudson or St. Lawrence.
St Lawrence, you saying?
Maybe Hudson makes more sense.
Because it runs Lawrence Trunk goes into Great Lakes as well.
Okay, so shall we say Hudson then?
Yeah.
Hudson?
Correct. Established from the 1840s and thought to be the site of Britain's first colony of artists, Battersea Coed in the Conwy Valley lies in which national park?
So I think that's Snowdonia. Yeah. Snowdonia.
Correct. Right, we're going to take another picture round for you. A picture starter, you'll see a painting. 10 points if you can name the artist.
Manchester Green.
Cézanne.
Cézanne is right. Still Life with Apples. Part of a collection, that of Lily Bliss, who co-founded New York's Museum of Modern Art with Abby Rockefeller and Mary Sullivan. Your picture bonuses are 3 more works from the foundational collection donated to MoMA by Bliss. 5 points for each artist you can name. Firstly?
I think that's Modigliani. Modigliani?
Correct. Secondly?
Does anyone have any guesses?
No. Could it be Clint? It's a bit...
Oh, I think it's a bit too wishy-washy for Clint, to be honest.
Ernst does weird.
He does. I mean, that's as good a guess as any, I think. Max Ernst?
No, that's Redon. And finally, this artist, please.
I don't rightly know.
It looks like a familiar style.
It could be like Van Gogh or something.
It could be Van Gogh.
But
yeah, it looks a bit
go for it.
Should we go for it? Yeah. Should we go for Van Gogh?
No, that's Degas, his racehorses. Right, 10 points for this. With a high concentration of hydrogen in its atmosphere, which planet has a mean density of about 70% that of water, the lowest of any known object in the solar system?
Manchester Green.
Is that Saturn?
It is Saturn, yes. Right, these bonuses are on South America. In addition to Brazil, which 3 South American countries have subdivisions with the name Amazonas?
Probably Colombia and Venezuela make the most sense, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Okay, shall we say
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Peru, Colombia, Venezuela.
Correct. Secondly, bordered by Antofagasta and Coquimbo, which administrative region of Chile shares its name with an arid region often described as the driest desert in the world?
Yeah.
Atacama.
Correct. Chubut and Santa Cruz are Argentinian provinces that lie within what large semi-arid geographical region?
Could be Tierra del Fuego.
Is that large?
Oh, no, Patagonia. No,
Should we say Patagonia?
Patagonia is correct. 10 points for this. Set in the Carney farmhouse in Northern Ireland in 1981, which play by Jez Butterworth has a title that alludes to the mythical figure Charon, who took souls from this world to the next.
Manchester Rogers.
My left foot.
Know anyone like to buzz from Huddersfield?
Huddersfield Cook.
The ferryman.
The ferryman is correct, yes. Your bonuses this time are on human anatomy, Huddersfield. Which cavity of the inner ear takes its name from the Greek for snail or snail shell?
Cochlea.
Correct. Secondly, which curved structure in the brain takes its name from a Latin word meaning seahorse?
Hippocampus, isn't it? Hippocampus.
Correct. Which muscle of the arm takes its name from the Latin for two-headed?
Yeah, bicep.
Correct. Right, 10 points for this starter question. What form of artistic expression is most associated with the names Martha Cooper, Francesca Woodman, Berenice Abbott, Nan Goldin?
Huddersfield Cook.
Photography.
Photography is correct, yes. You get a set of bonuses on a Jacobean playwright, Huddersfield. In T.S. Eliot's poem Whispers of Immortality, which 17th century dramatist is described as much possessed by death?
Ben Jonson.
No, it's John Webster. Many of Webster's works are collaborations, including the two comedies Westward Ho! And Northward Ho! Both co-written with which dramatist?
Shall we go for Johnson again? Yeah, Johnson.
That's Thomas Dekker. Which of Webster's plays concerns an aristocratic widow whose secret marriage to her steward has violent consequences?
Duchess of Malfi.
No, I don't think that's Webster, is it? Go for it, then. Yeah, Duchess of Malfi.
Correct. Right, another starter question now. Which sans serif typeface is the subject and title of a 2007 feature-length documentary by Gary Hustvedt? Its name comes from the Latin name of Switzerland.
Manchester Green.
Helvetica.
Helvetica is correct. You get a set of bonuses this time on colours. The name of which Venetian artist has been applied to hair that, according to the OED, is bright golden auburn?
Are you sure?
Huddersfield University have 90, Manchester have 205. Yes, the answer is Titian, of course. Well, I'm afraid, Huddersfield, we're going to be saying goodbye to you, but thank you for joining us. It's great to see a new institution taking part, and I hope it encourages lots of others to have a go next time anyway. Thank you very much. Manchester 205 is a great score, so we shall look forward to seeing you in the next stage of the competition, which is the quarter-finals. A very gruelling round, that, I'm afraid. I hope you can join us next time for another second-round match, but until then, it's goodbye from Huddersfield University.
Bye.
Goodbye.
It's goodbye from Manchester University.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.